The salt spray kissed Kai's face as he clung to the railing of the fishing boat, the rhythmic chugging of the engine a familiar lullaby. He was 15, his body all sharp angles, and a yearning he couldn't name. A yearning that always seemed to tug him towards the older boy, Liam. Liam, at 17, was everything Kai was not: broad-shouldered, confident, with a laugh that could crack seashells. He was Kai's brother, in a sense, having been taken in by Kai's family when he was just a little older than Kai, orphan and adrift. They'd grown up together, shared secrets under the star-dusted sky, and now, living side by side in the cramped quarters of their small seaside town, their connection felt like an invisible, unbreakable thread. But something had changed. The easy camaraderie of childhood had morphed into something else, something dangerous and thrilling. Kai found himself watching Liam's every move, the way his muscles moved beneath his worn shirt as he hauled in the nets, the way his dark hair fell over his forehead when he was focused. He yearned to touch him, to trace the lines of his jaw, to feel the heat of his skin against his own. The feeling was a painful secret, one Kai knew he could never voice. They were brothers, not by blood, but by circumstance, and the rules of their little world were clear. Love was for girls, for the wives waiting patiently on the shore. But the pull towards Liam felt as inevitable as the tides. One sweltering afternoon, they were mending nets in the boathouse, the air thick with the smell of rope and salt. Kai's fingers stumbled, his gaze drawn to the curve of Liam's neck, the slight tremor in his hand as he worked. Liam looked up, his eyes meeting Kai's, and for a moment, the world seemed to hold its breath. A jolt, like a lightning strike, coursed through Kai's body. Then, Liam's hand reached out, his calloused fingers brushing against Kai's cheek. He closed his eyes, leaning into the touch, a gasp escaping his lips, and spoken words hanging heavy in the air. The moment stretched, a fragile, dangerous thing. Liam's fingers moved to cup Kai's jaw, his thumb tracing the line of his jawbone. Then, he pulled Kai close, his breath hot against Kai's ear. "Kai," he whispered, his voice raspy. "What are we doing?" Kai didn't answer, couldn't answer. He simply pressed himself closer to Liam. The longing that had been a constant ache now a raging fire. Liam's hand moved to the back of Kai's neck, pulling him closer. And then their lips met.
This was tentative at first, a fragile exploration. Then it deepened, becoming ravenous, a desperate plea for something they couldn't name. Kai's hands gripped Liam's shirt, his knuckles white, as if holding on for dear life. The world around them vanished, leaving only the feel of Liam's body against his, the taste of salt and desire on their lips. Later, lying intertwined in the hayloft above the boathouse, the setting sun casting long, dramatic shadows across their naked bodies, they were both breathless, their hearts still pounding against their ribs. The fear was there, a sharp, icy edge to the heat of their embrace, but it was drowned out by the intensity of their forbidden connection. They knew that what they were doing was wrong, that their love was a dangerous secret that could shatter the fragile world they had built. But in that moment, under the watchful eyes of the fading sun, all that mattered was each other. They were two boys, bound together by longing and circumstance, lost in a world of their own making, a world where their love, however forbidden, was the only truth that mattered. The waves kept crashing against the shore, a constant reminder of the relentless pull of the ocean, a metaphor for the equally powerful pull they felt for one another.